6 years ago I made this video on how to chop an aim and break all in audio. I did it in Cubase. I'm going to give you a little tutorial on how I mash up and process the aim and break. And at the time I really enjoyed chopping breaks like that. The problem I always had though is I didn't have individual output control of each hit. Like the hats, the snares, the kicks, I want them all on separate audio channels. But recently I started playing around with Groove Agent inside of Cubase and I realised it's actually really good. Today, I'm just putting some classic breaks through Groove Agent. I'm saving them and I'm kind of creating a library, so I've got breaks ready to go. But the difference being is all of the hits are set up across the mixer as well. Let's jump in, let me show you this new method. Groove Agent SE, which comes with Cubase, and it's really straightforward. We're going to drag our sample straight to C1. I'm just going to change the one shot until release so that it only plays when I hit the key. We know the break, everyone knows the break very well. I'm going to start halfway through the break because I want a clean loop, and the end point is about here before the music comes back in. All I'm going to do is create slices. Cubase has now pushed each individual hit into a pad. It's pretty accurate. There are, however, as you can see here, this first hit is an entire kick drum and it's put 2 there. All you got to do is press Option. Quickly go through this 8-bar loop. I'm just going to remove the points. I know. We've got it across the pads now. And Groove Agent would have already created a MIDI pattern. If you just click here. The good way about chopping it into hits is we're not time stretching the whole break to 174. We get the original timbre of the break, but the age-old problem, everything is coming out of one output, which means we haven't got much EQ control, compression control over all of the hits if we really want to beef up this Amen. So I'll take my kick drums, I'll select them all like that, I'll right click and I'm going to assign an output, and rather than using the built-in agent here, bus 1 2 3 4 5 is Groove Agent's built-in mixer, which you could use, but I prefer to go out to Cubase's. So I'm going to go to output 2. I'm going to do the same for snares. Those 2 are snares, but I'm going to assign to 3. You can see now our snare is on an independent channel. We're going to take the hats, we're going to assign to 4, and then we've got the hats, the snare and the kick on 3 different audio channels, which is what we want. Back in Groove Agent we have this little MIDI phrase button, drag to the host. We have the break in MIDI, which is excellent, but more importantly we have it split across the mixer. Of course we can group these and add a group to selected track. We now have the Amen group. We can do some bus processing over here. Then we've got our individual channels. We could roll the bottom off the hats, for example. So on and so on and so on. I'm not going to get into that whole boring phase right now. The beauty of obviously working in MIDI means we could very easily start to create our own Amen patterns. We can select all pads and then we can pitch. Or we may just want to pitch one pad on its own. And yeah, that's a really good starting point for your Amen break. If it's me though, before I start messing about, I'm going to take this setup standard, but with my output sorted, and I'm going to save this kit. Right click kit there, and then save kit as, and I'm going to call it, obviously, Amen break. Load a new project with a new instance of Groove Agent. I should just be able to load my Amen break. Have a go, have a play, let me know how you get on. I'm gonna slowly go through all the classic breaks and just create a great library ready to go to just drop into projects when I need to. Anyway, subscribe please if this has helped you, it helps me. Follow for more. See you on the next one.